Just got done doing a bunch of new listings, testing consoles. Anyways, did sell another hand sanitizer. As you can see, I always electric tape the tops to make sure nothing leaks out. And as I was getting ready to pack this, we sold another big item. We sold the Atari 7800 Pro system. Atari 7800 Pro system. With that, we also, of course, included not one, but two controllers. And the power cord. And a manual. That sold for $88 plus shipping. Buyer all in at like 110. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Gonna be a fun day. Today, pulling orders, the huge. So let's see what sold. Had a few items come through. And the first one is going to be this Radica bass fishing toy. I think I picked this up for like pretty much zero. And this sold for $10 plus shipping. Next, we have the Xbox HD high definition AV pack. I picked this up with an Xbox and some games for $25. Might have even been $20. I can't remember. Assuming the Xbox didn't work. I did not know this was included. I thought it was just regular cables for the Xbox. Turns out the Xbox did work, which is great. And this item here apparently sells for top dollar. We sold this for like $62 plus shipping. So definitely made my money back on that $20 or $25 purchase. And lastly, in the bottom drawer, we have these Simpson Hot Wheels that I have been selling. And the one that sold this time for $15 plus shipping was this guy here. So $15 plus shipping on that. A couple more to go. These have been selling pretty good here during the holidays. And for the bigger items, I sold this Pioneer audio video receiver VSX. Oh, you can barely see it. VSX C300. My father-in-law got a new receiver, so he gave me this one to sell. So didn't pay anything for it. $50 plus shipping on that. But that's not all. We also had a few games sell as usual. Let me show you those. All right, a lot of disc only. So we had two different bundles that my wife made sell. We had a Soul Calibur bundle. That was, I think, like $12 plus shipping. And then we had this Naruto bundle, 4 discs. And that was for $15 plus shipping. So $12, $15 on those bundles. But that's not all. We had a repeat buyer purchase another copy of our Wii Sports. This guy's constantly buying my Wii Sports. He constantly undercuts the price like by a couple bucks. But for that price, we're always happy to sell it to him. So let me pull that quick. And as usual, we have it up top here. Wii Sports, $19.30 plus shipping. Wanted to give you guys a tip of advice here. If you have someone that's constantly buying your items, work with them. See if maybe they will buy more of your items. And what I mean by that is we have a buyer that constantly buys our Wii Sports. So we messaged him and said, hey, you're always buying Wii Sports for X amount of dollars. You're paying that extra shipping cost every time. What if we just bulk the remainder of our Wii Sports together and sold it to you? And he said, yeah, let's do it for this price point. We agreed. So we just sold 6 copies of Wii Sports to this frequent buyer of ours for $144 plus shipping. So a nice big number. And also, after accounting for eBay fees and shipping, we're going to make about $3 more per unit than what we've been selling to him individually. And he's going to save some money on shipping costs as well. So it's a win for everybody. But just wanted to share that, if you have a frequent buyer, a repeat buyer, work with them and see if you can do some bulk deals with them if they're going to keep buying that same item anyways. I have an update for you. Funny story, actually. So that guy who I was talking to about those Wii Sports copies, so I created a listing. I thought he bought it right away because I sent him the URL. Turns out it was somebody else that bought it. So he responded to my message and he's like, hey, it's already sold out. And I was like, oh, my bad. But it turns out somebody else did come in and immediately buy that. So now I'm wondering if I could have sold it for more than the number we agreed upon. But it immediately sold. 6 copies of Wii Sports, $138 or $139.30 plus $4.70 shipping, so $144 all in for him plus taxes, obviously. So to a different reseller. So yeah, goes to show you got to be quick on the trigger. Was so busy today getting N64s listed. Had to test all them, clean them. 10 pre-packaged here. We got 6 on that shelf, and then we have 4 down here. Was so in the zone that I went and shipped this out without taking a video of it. But this was that Cars train that I picked up for, I think, 75 cents, if I'm not mistaken. Sold for $38 plus shipping. Be on the lookout for old Cars toys. Some of those can have quite a bit of value. We had a few more sales come through. Thanksgiving is tomorrow. Black Friday is slowly approaching. Sales are flying through the roof because it is Q4 and we absolutely love it. Sold this bundle of 4 Rock Band games. Rock Band Country Track Pack 2, Rock Band 2, Rock Band Country Pack, and Rock Band Beatles. This sold for $60 plus shipping, around there. Pretty happy about that. Another great bundle. Then just now we sold a PS2 Slim. If I'm not mistaken, this PS2 Slim came from the bundle in that video I released a while ago, where I spent $300 on a bunch of consoles and games. So with the PS2 and the Xbox and the Super Nintendo that I've now sold from that lot, we are definitely in the green, and we still have some really great games to sell. And there was still a Wii and I believe another console. I can't even remember everything that came with that. But yeah, just a PS2 Slim with all your cords right there. And that sold for a whopping, I think it was $100 plus shipping on that one. So after shipping, I should make about $95, I believe. And lastly, right now is the time to list these and sell them, and that is Shadow the Hedgehog. So, see if I can find it here. Had a disc-only Shadow the Hedgehog. There it is, for the original Xbox. This sold for $27 plus shipping. These games right now are on fire, over 200% sell-through rate with that new Sonic 3 movie coming out. So if you have these, list them, get them sold. They're moving and they're going for good money. We have a complete copy that we're selling for like $73 plus shipping right now. I guarantee it will sell within the next couple of days. So another great game to be selling right now during the holidays, especially with the new movie coming out. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope you are enjoying your time with family and friends, eating good food, and resting, right? Taking the day off. But there's no resting when it comes to being a reseller. Just kidding. I'm also not doing much today. I did pull some orders, though, just so I don't have to do it tomorrow, with it being Black Friday and probably being a busy day for me, especially with my upcoming Whatnot show. We did sell God of War, and this is a 2-disc version. So you have the special edition disc and the regular game. This sold for, I think, like $11 plus shipping, nothing crazy. But we also sold another Wii. So let me pull this down here. Which one was it? It's the one right there. Again, pre-packaged all my Wiis to make it very easy. This one sold for $35 plus shipping, so about $50 total. Not too bad there, and it's going to Wisconsin, so I think shipping is going to be a little bit cheaper than usual, which is great. And then lastly, I sold another Fast and Furious die-cast car. That's going to be this Mia's Acura Integra, $10 plus shipping on that. Ooh, good morning. It's still dark outside, just the way I like it. Black Friday is today, so expecting a lot of sales, and I do have a Whatnot show, so we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, we had a few sales come through yesterday on Thanksgiving. Starting off with a couple cameras. We sold this Canon EOS Rebel G camera, and then we also sold this Panasonic Lumix digital camera. So one is both are digital, but the Rebel is what they call, I believe, like a SRT or something. And then we have just a regular Lumix. Now this one sold for I think $50 something, 55 or something. And then this one sold for $90 plus shipping as well. So pretty nice, 2 cameras there. Next in the video game section, we sold Punch Out for the Wii. Really great game. Always sells quickly. No manual. Sold for $31 plus shipping, I believe. We also sold Madagascar right there. And that sold for $4.70 plus shipping. This game is complete. If you find the PS2 copy of this, it goes for a lot more. But the Xbox version, only $4.70 plus shipping. We also sold this disc only of Unlimited Saga by Square Enix. Never played it, never even heard of it, honestly. Not a big seller by price-wise. It's only $4.70 plus shipping for the disc. We also sold another Wii. Wii consoles have been flying off the shelves, let me tell you. And the fact that I have them prepackaged just makes it that much easier to deal with. We raised the price on them actually, and that same buyer that keeps buying them bought it again. So, I figured it's the holidays, so these are probably going to be in shorter supply or less supply with everybody buying them. So we raised the price a few dollars, $38.95 plus shipping on this guy. And last but not least, we sold a DVD in the media section, and that is going to be Birdman with Michael Keaton, and this is brand new sealed. This sold for $18 plus shipping. Just sold this PlayStation 1, which I have already prepackaged, knowing how busy the holidays are going to be, and this sold for $48 plus shipping. So buyers all in at like almost $60, I believe. Next, we sold this Leapfrog system with multiple games, 4 games, I believe. This sold for $57 plus shipping, buyer all in at $70. So I've had this item for a very long time. I picked up a bunch of records for $1 at a garage sale. They were a bunch of just kind of like Christian folk music type really old records. And honestly, the majority of them weren't worth anything at all. However, some were worth something at least, and I put these up and they've been probably in my shop for over a year. Finally sold for $6 plus shipping. I'm probably gonna make like $2 on them, if that. The Blackwood Brothers Quartet. We got Just a Close Walk with Thee, Sheltered in the Arms of God, My God and I, and Gospel Classics. $6 plus shipping. Next, we sold this vintage pocket radio by Sound Design. Pretty neat little find. Again, came with a vintage auction lot where I've made my money back and then some a long time ago. But this is one of the few items I had sitting there in the death pile. Finally listed it, and it sold for $19 plus shipping. And last but not least, we sold the Chariot game that I just picked up from Goodwill not too long ago, sealed with a little tear in the seal. Accepted a best offer on this for $19 plus shipping. So pretty good deal considering I think I paid like $6 for it. Yo, what's going on, everybody? How do you like the new lighting? I think it's pretty nice, you know. This is actually how I used to have it, and then I added that other light. Let me turn this off to make it a little brighter. But yeah, this is actually not bad. Let's go. All right. So had a few video games sell, which is pretty cool, including one pretty, I would say, expensive game. We sold there RPG Maker 3. That sold for, I think, like $10 plus shipping, maybe. We also sold this Wii Sports Resort for the usual $33 plus shipping. That's on sale, by the way, 10% off. I think it's $35 plus shipping. And lastly, we sold a game that I paid $134 for, but we did sell it for $180. However, after taxes and fees, It's more like 155 is what we're gonna get back. So like a $20 profit, but Knuckles Chaotic for 32X, definitely a game to look out for. You can find that for cheap. You'll be making some good money. Black Friday is officially over, and let me tell you, this was by far our best day ever, which is expected, right? It's expected. It's Black Friday. So this was our first sort of real full Black Friday, right? Because we have been doing this for over a year and a half now, but considering how we were just starting out last year, come Black Friday, we didn't have as much inventory, still had a nice day compared to our regular days, but this was just crazy. I mean, we must have had 14 orders come in. I did a Whatnot show, that's another, 20 orders probably. So lots of sales, really good revenue for one day. Let me show you what sold on Black Friday. For starters, all of these Ninja Turtle figures, 128 lots, all of that sold yesterday on Whatnot. So I'm gonna have to package all of that up, including the eBay orders as well. Only 3 video games sold, ones that we just picked up, ones that I knew would sell quickly, and they sure did. We did put a little discount out for Black Friday, but we sold Shadow the Hedgehog for about $70. We sold Arx Fatalis for about $60. Those were the 2 Boehner Xbox games that I pulled from that one garage sale. And then we also sold Santa Claus is Coming to Town for the Wii for about $10, I think. So overall, just these 3 games here, probably $120 profit right there. Been at it all morning, and as you can see, we have finished all of the Whatnot orders. I think there was 17 total orders, another big box over there, for the Whatnot show. Still have to put in the packing slips and then the labels, but I got all the weights and everything, so that should be pretty quick. Now, I have about 14 orders to pick for eBay, so let's get started on that. First and foremost, we sold a few more of these cars. This one sold for $9, non-Fast and Furious branded, but still a sought after one, I suppose. Then we sold the Suzuki Honda S2000 for $9 as well. That is Fast and Furious. And then lastly, we sold the Hans Mazda RX-7. This one's the cheapest one of them all for some reason when I looked at comps, but this sold for about $5 and some change plus shipping. All of those were plus shipping. Next, over here, we just sold a camera and a Bart Simpson toy, and then literally as I was filming this, we sold this Coach wallet, accepted a best offer on that, $40 plus shipping. In the camera section, we sold this Canon PowerShot. If I can open it up with one hand. I picked this up for like $5 at a garage sale, and this sold for $158 plus shipping. And then I'm starting to run out of these Simpson Hot Wheels. This is actually my last packaged one that has the nuclear truck. This sold for $16.60 something plus shipping. Next, we just picked this up from Goodwill not too long ago, and this sold for $17 plus shipping. It's a cosplay Princess Leia earmuffs. And I've had this figure for a long time. We had him priced for a lot more just because of the great condition and how rare it is. But this is like from the 1950s, and we just ended up taking a best offer of $50 for him. I think we were trying to get closer to $100, but we've had him for almost a year now, and so $50 seemed good to us. I think I paid like $15 for him. And then we sold another PS4. Again, I pre-packaged these not PS4, a PS1, not a PS4. My apologies. It said PS1004, and that's why. But this is one of the pre-packaged ones, similar to the Wii's. Helps me save a lot of time, and it's good to go. Finally sold my last Bose sound system speaker.
I had one of these that sold earlier. This is my second one. This one I actually grabbed for free, believe it or not, at a garage sale. But I believe that's the power cord for it. So yeah, I picked that up for free, and it sold for $31 plus shipping. And in the clothing section, we did sell this Wagner Sherpa Western style jacket. Picked this up at Goodwill for about $12. This sold for $43 plus shipping. And another clothing item that I accepted a best offer on is this brand new Fruit of the Loom shirt. I think I picked this for about $1.50 at Goodwill. It was half off, and this sold for $5.50 plus shipping. That should be it for now. We did send a couple offers out that I think, we accepted one offer, but for some reason the guy hasn't paid yet. And then I think there might have been a couple of those from yesterday too that we're waiting on. So we'll see if those come through, and hopefully some more sales over the weekend, but definitely biggest weekend of the year of our business ever. I think we did over $1,100 just yesterday in one day. So pretty exciting stuff. Hope to continue this. And yeah, thanks for watching, you guys. If you like what you see, leave a like on the video, and don't forget to leave your comments down below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see what happens next.